How do you improve on perfection? Well, when you're Sony and you make the best truly wireless earbuds on the market, but they're getting to be 3 years old, that could be quite the problem. I picked up the WF-1000XM a little over 2 years ago, and they have literally lived in my head rent-free. If I'm not hosting a video, game stream, or watching a movie, I probably had these in my ears. In fact, I can't sleep without listening to podcasts thanks to these guys. Hey, the first step is recognizing you have a problem, okay? So with the successor of the XM5 teased, I contacted Sony about reviewing the new model, and they said in 2 to 4 days their influencer team would get hold of me, and sure enough, 1 week later, I ordered the XM6 at full price. Not sponsored, no paid promotion, just affiliate links. Right away, I noticed that unlike the XM5, there's no sticker hyping the active noise cancellation. Your choices are black and platinum silver. I always go with the light color because should these fall out or roll away from you, it's so much easier to spot a light color. The XM6's silver colorway has a fully eggshell matte paper-like texture with silver accents, whereas the XM5 went more taupe and gold. This update matches the earbuds with the case, which has grown, though it is smaller than it may appear in pictures. The case supports wireless charging and can charge a pair of earbuds fully in 1 hour, with the capacity for 2 full charges per my testing. As far as the charging case is concerned, I'm not a huge fan of the new form factor. The old XM5 case actually has like this polished stone appearance. You can tell what's right side up. You might accidentally charge this upside down, or a little bit harder to retrieve these in the dark, if we're being honest with ourselves. I've also dropped the XM5 case on more occasions than I'd like to admit, and only recently did it pick up any kind of blemish. I have to wonder if the XM6 case would fare as well, with its more structured, upright design. You could kind of see that maybe getting dented. Lots of features carry over if you're willing to dive into Sony's Sound Connect app. Head gesture controls, auto pausing. With support for 2 simultaneous connections, I suppose I'm going to have my XM6s paired with my Switch 2 and my iPhone. It's just unfortunate we couldn't get 3 in there like Techniques, but nonetheless, auto switching is seamless. Sony's flagship true wireless earbuds have not been afraid to radically change between generations. What once seemed like an uncompromising progression towards shrinkage may have actually hit a snag. The XM6 is bigger and slightly heavier than the outgoing XM5, but they've been thinned down in just the right way to fit more earlobes. My small lobes in particular fit really well, more comfortable and more secure. Battery life has not been what I was hoping for. Initially, I got only 4 hours on a charge. That was with EQ and DSEE Extreme enhancements enabled. But if you take off EQ, you take off the upsampling, you can get much closer to that purported 8 hours, maybe even closer to 10, and that's still with ANC on. More on that in a minute. Playback is great. Even as an Apple user saddled with the dated AAC codec, the new chipset and drivers deliver, though I found adjustments in EQ easier with the XM5's clean bass boost. Alternatively, you can use the heavy preset or arrange your own, something Apple won't let you do with the AirPods. Call quality seems to have improved, with better mic pickup for those on the receiving end. With the beam-forming microphones and the bone conductivity, it sounds like people were hearing me better. Now, a lot of this will sound familiar to those of you who used the previous model, so what exactly separates the XM6 from the XM5? Well, there's now a background music listening mode, if you really want your flagship Sony earbuds to sound like a cam girl's Spotify playlist. But I think most of you are going to be more impressed by the stellar active noise canceling. The XM5 was great in its day, but the XM6 leaves them sounding like a lawnmower. Pop them in at Walmart, silence, can't hear the train across the street, the dishwasher, suddenly quiet, the TV in front of me may as well be mute, and the ticking of the timer on a tanning lamp cannot be heard at all. By adding giant microphones, Sony is able to sample the world around you and counter it. It's also surprising walking around without hearing that dead echo sound of your footsteps like your ears are plugged, and transparency mode gives you super hearing. Part of the magic is in Sony's proprietary earbud tips. They're a soft, malleable polyurethane foam with a tiny screen in the port. Sony supplies you with a range of sizes, and the Sound Connect app can help you find the right fit, but despite documentation citing the ear tips as consumables, that they essentially can't be cleaned and will deteriorate, Sony offers no solution for ordering replacements in the USA. So in about 2 months' time, you're going to have to get familiar with some third-party replacements. As someone 2 feet deep into the Apple ecosystem, there are advanced features in the XM6 that I can't experience, such as LDAC, and I have no use for conversing with Google Gemini. An Android user may have more use for the XM6, but even with the experience that I've had so far, I greatly look forward to years of listening to these stellar earbuds, even if I'm asleep and can't even notice. Amazon affiliate links in the description and pinned comment below, as well as YouTube shopping. Are you also going to be upgrading from the XM5 to the XM6? Let me know how it's going for you, or if you have any further questions or comments.
Hey, it's Vaughn's mom again, and I just want to remind you that for at least the moment, the like button is free, but don't put it past YouTube to charge money for it someday.